Welcome back to an all-new episode of Tuesday Talks this week with Destiney Davis. So I'm sure by this point, we're all feeling some sort of emotion on this very important election day. So I decided to hop on here quickly just to give some advice on how to protect your mental health throughout the week. So first I want to say that I'll be addressing a few general self-care tips and ways to stay involved yet sane. Then I'll let you guys in on a few of the DePauw events taking place this week for students dealing with election fatigue. Now, I don't know about everyone else, but I know my friends and family and I have all been talking about this election constantly throughout the past few months, and especially today. So I just wanted to say, as important as it is to stay connected and stay in the know about what's happening in news and politics, it's also just as crucial to protect your mental well-being. And obviously we know it's no secret that we're all on our phones and laptops and watching TV and just constantly taking in this information all day. And I know I'm especially guilty of this, especially with my internship. I just don't want to be out of the loop regarding, everything that's going on right now. So a lot of times I have to just remind myself to step away from all of my screens. One thing that my ophthalmologist told me a couple months ago was that for every 20 minutes you spend looking at something close, so like our laptops and our phones, we should look away for 20 seconds at something further away just to give our eyes a break. According to the Pew Research Center, as of last February, around 2/3 of Americans were already feeling just extremely overwhelmed by the amount of news coverage that they were consuming each day. So this is actually a dramatic increase from the 36% of Americans who said the same thing throughout the 2016 elections. So I think it's pretty safe to say that, we're in a pretty difficult yet important time. So it is so important for you to take those mental breaks when you need them. Next on my election preparations list is to simply just set boundaries, and if this means limiting your time on social media or even the amount of conversations you have regarding politics today, please do so. I know as a Black woman, I get extremely exhausted sometimes just looking at the things that people retweet or just repost, but I have to decide whether or not to engage or just simply, remove them from my feed. Honestly, the mute and the take a break features on Facebook have been super helpful for me. It just helps me avoid the content that I'm just not mentally prepared for. My last piece of general advice is really just to allow yourself to step away from the news completely. This is an extremely stressful time for everyone, but I know specifically for many minorities, including myself, it's been super difficult to just, sit and watch violence take place, physical or verbal, on social media all day. It can be traumatizing and just draining. So please take that time for yourself these next couple of days to just fully process what's going on, whether that means stepping outside, going to get some coffee, just taking a break, allowing your brain to have a pause between all the politics that you're taking in. If you are a DePauw student that's feeling like this, I do have a helpful solution for you. The Counseling Services Center is offering multiple Zoom sessions, both before and after the election. Because they're online, this is offered to in-person students as well as remote students. They're also offering opportunities for group sessions that are going to take place throughout today, so I will definitely go through and show you guys how to find those. To find the times of these sessions, just head on over to the DePauw Counseling Services section of DePauw's website and scroll down to election support, and all the times and directions on how to reach the links are there for you. The Counseling Services has also made a little cheat sheet for us on ways to deal with election fatigue. Honestly, just a huge part of this is going to be about having some sort of emotional support. No matter the outcome of this election, it's good to have a person or a group of people to debrief with, whether that be your friends or your classmates on one of the DePauw Counseling Zoom calls. Lastly, I mentioned this earlier, but it's definitely okay to step away from your phone a bit to just debrief, and, process your own emotions. There can be so much thrown in our faces on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, that it can really just become stressful. So take a 10-minute break to just leave your phone behind and practice a little bit of self-care. As always, thank you so much for watching this week's episode of Tuesday Talks. I know they've been a couple of stressful episodes, but I know that these are things that we have to talk about. So please use the comment feature to ask any questions or to just give me some ideas on what you want to hear on next week's episode. Thank you so much, and have a great week, and stay safe, Tigers.